watching gospel videos and listening to preachers. However, over the years, I have heard a lot of interesting theology. It is up to each Christian to study the Bible rather than just accept what they are being taught. I have heard some off-the-wall things over the years being taught things that cannot be found in the Bible and make no sense. I want to know that I am being taught the scriptures and not someone's personal opinions. So I have heard this teaching about secular music for some time. Apparently, you will go to hell if you listen to any music that is not specifically about God. You cannot listen to any song that is not about Jesus. First, let's talk about what secular music even means. At its core, secular music is simply any music that wasn't written specifically for worship or with an obvious Christian message. That includes everything from pop, rock, classical, jazz, hip-hop, R&B. These songs can explore love, heartbreak, joy, struggle, or even just celebrate the simple act of dancing and having fun. Now let's be clear, the term secular music is not found in the Bible. The Bible contains no direct prohibition against secular music. The term itself never appears in Scripture. So that is the first red flag. When a teacher is going on a tangent about something that the Bible is silent about, that always gives me pause. Ancient Jews did have a concept of secular music, although it was often intertwined with religious practices. Secular music included folk songs and other forms that were not strictly religious, reflecting a broader cultural expression within ancient Israel. Types of secular music included folk songs, theater music, and epic recitation, showcasing a variety of cultural expressions. Music played a significant role in daily life and celebrations, often blending with religious themes but also existing independently. Much of the secular music was passed down orally, leading to gaps in historical knowledge about its full scope. It is fascinating that no prophet, apostle, king, scribe, or anyone thought to bring up this issue in biblical times. No one thought it important enough to document in a scroll. No one thought this issue important enough to issue a blanket ban on this scourge of humanity that will take you to hell, that is secular music. There are two problems taking place here. First of all, you have some teachers of the gospel who are obsessed with coming up with new sins. Sometimes they will make up something that the Bible never talks about or twist scripture. A new interesting one is that a married man and woman are forbidden from having sex in any sexual position except missionary position. The Bible never says this, but that does not stop them from teaching it. They give other justifications for this teaching, saying that those other sexual positions cause penis fractures. Also, those other sexual positions are in the Kama Sutra, which makes them demonic. Not only does the Bible not say this, but missionary position causes penis fractures as well. And missionary position is also in the Kama Sutra as well. This teaching is not biblical, and it makes zero sense. Another problem is that many people will accept a teaching like this and even defend it, despite it having no biblical backing at all. When you ask you any justification for this teaching, they will even get upset and verbally attack you. Many people do not read the Bible and will believe anything as long as the person teaching them is attractive and charismatic. Many of these followers will not correct or challenge the teaching of these teachers because of what is known as the cult of personality. A cult of personality is a deliberately created system of art, symbolism, and ritual that glorifies a specific individual, often a political leader, to the point of quasi-religious reverence, fostering unquestioning loyalty and admiration. To many of these followers, this teacher stands in the place of Jesus, and they will never question what they are being taught, despite it clearly being wrong. Historical records in the Bible show music appearing in both sacred worship and ordinary daily life, suggesting the practice carried no automatic moral weight either way. There is also nothing in the Bible that speaks about specific musical styles being inherently wrong or evil. Another issue is that some Christians do not know the difference between biblical convictions and personal convictions. A personal conviction is a deeply held belief or opinion that significantly influences an individual's actions and decisions. These convictions often stem from personal experiences, education, and reflection, guiding how one interprets various life situations. Biblical convictions are universally accepted truths among all true Christians, grounded directly in Scripture and essential to the gospel. Biblical convictions are the bedrock of the Christian faith. These doctrines define what it means to be a Christian. Christians across all nations, denominations, and centuries have affirmed these truths. They are not up for negotiation or reinterpretation. To deny them is to affirm another gospel, which Paul strongly condemns. Galatians chapter 1, 6-9. The blanket ban on secular music has no biblical backing at all. Yet you will see many Christians saying you cannot listen to any secular music, even if it is a positive song about the birth of your child, getting married, or getting a promotion at your job. If it does not mention God, it is a sin. I think we really need to use a bit of common sense at times. Are we really telling people that they are going to go to hell for listening to the intro of Sesame Street or Somewhere Over the Rainbow? Are we honestly telling someone that even songs about positive things are bad if the song does not mention God? More and more, I feel that preachers back in the day had way more common sense about how to apply scriptures and not make themselves look and sound foolish. I have to wonder if many modern-day gospel teachers are winning converts or turning people away from Christ by behaving as modern-day Pharisees. The preachers I listened to growing up would tell you to be mindful of what you listen to. They would say any music promoting racism, fornication, theft, domestic abuse, LGTB, or any sinful behavior is wrong. They would tell you to be mindful of what you listen to, but not try to push a blanket ban on something when the Bible does not do so itself. The funny thing is, some of these modern-day teachers do not realize that they are in fact having the opposite effect on people. I truly believe that they are turning away just as many people as they win for Christ, pushing teachings that are not in fact biblical at all. There are so many new teachings coming out that are flat out excessive and strange. I hurdle now that you will go to hell for drinking a Red Bull, or that a woman straightening her hair is a sin. The real question isn't whether a song has the label Christian or secular, it's about what the lyrics and the message are actually saying and how they affect your heart and mind. Music is a powerful gift from God, and like any gift, it can be used well or poorly. Scripture doesn't call us to avoid secular music at all costs. It calls us to pursue holiness, guard our hearts, and be led by the Spirit in everything. Is this song helping me love God or people better? Is it cultivating peace or stirring up things like lust, anger, or pride? Can I listen to this with a clean conscience? There is a huge difference between an NWA song talking about murdering people and a song such as Louis Armstrong's What a Wonderful World. That song actually teaches something akin to a biblical message, but to the best of my knowledge, does not mention God directly. Written by Bob Thiele as George Douglas and George David Weiss, Armstrong recorded the song on August 16, 1967. It was intended as a reassuring antidote to the social and political turmoil of the 1960s, including the Vietnam War, racial strife, and the aftermath of the Kennedy assassination. Armstrong's warm, gravelly voice delivers a reflective, hopeful message, celebrating simple joys like trees of green, red roses, blue skies, and human connection, celebrates the natural and social beauty of the world, offering hope and appreciation for life's simple pleasures. However, some Christians would say this song, despite being one of the most positive songs I have ever heard in my life, is a sin to listen to because it does not mention the Godhead or heaven. I have never understood why some biblical teachers go to such extremes when they do not need to do so. Just tell people to be mindful of what they are listening to. Give examples of what is ungodly music. There is more biblical support for this method ratchet than a blanket ban, which the Bible does not seem to support. While the Bible doesn't give a specific, "Thou shalt not listen to secular music," it does offer some wisdom to help us discern what's healthy for our spiritual lives. Philippians 4:8. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. In closing, as Christians, we are supposed to read and study the Bible for ourselves. However, many Christians do not do this. They will take the word of their teacher, despite them teaching things that have no biblical or historical backing. This is why so many Christian teachers can take advantage of people earnestly seeking the Lord. If you think you are going to hell because you listen to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, then you're pulling a Jedi mind trick on yourself.